Welcome to Tata Consulting. In this video, we'll be talking about Spark DataFrame basics. If you see anything in this video you enjoy or that teaches you something, make sure you click on the like button and subscribe to Tata Consulting channel. Let's jump right into the tutorial. All we have to do is to pip install. We have to pip install PySpark. Run that, and we import find Spark. Then we use find Spark dot init, and we get our find Spark from here, from our Spark here, Spark 3.03. So we can get it from here. So we have it as /home /hola. Then we have the name copied. So we already have it here. So /home /hola, and that's it. So we can run it. Let's see our results. So next thing to do is from PySpark .sql import Spark section. We need to import our Spark section. Let's run that. Okay, there's a mistake here. Spark. So after running that, we have to get our Spark equals to Spark section dot builder dot app name. We can give it any app name that we want. Let me call app name to be basics. Dot get or create. Let's do that. Then we have that. So now we want to load our data. How to load our data? We call it, let's name is DataFrame equals of Spark the read dot format. Our format that we're using here is CSV dot option and what's our option? We have our header. We name it as true. And we can go further now to load our data. Load, what's our CSV? As we can see here, we have our CSV as here under home. We can see our CSV UK data CSV. So we can load the data here. We have UK data .csv. So let's read our data. Now we want to show the details in the data. We have df.show as DataFrame.show. Then we can see the details in our data. Right now, what we have to do next is to check. The schema of our data. The reason why we have to check our schema is to know if we have right data type to know if we have to transform it or we have to leave it that way. So let's go on to check our schema. df.print schema. So we're checking the schema of our data now. We can see it as string, middle age as string, we have children as string, we have young people as string, adult as string. So in this situation, what we have to do is to make sure that we have the right data type. So for middle age, we have data type as string. Normally it should be integer type because this is just a number. It shouldn't be string, but it comes when we load our data as string. So we need to do a bit of transformation along the way. So next step is we want to check our columns. Check our columns of data. Can we see? We can see details of our columns, and we also want to get some insight about our data, like finding taking some summary about our data, like description. So we can do df.description describe .show. So from here we can see the details of our data. We have LA underscore name. Is counting all the rows. The rows we have under LA underscore name is 323 LA underscore code. So because they have equal rows, so we can see we have 323 there. So if you go for that, we have min here because it's a string value. As we can see from here, they are all string. Black born with this, Blackpool, everything they are in string. So that's why we're having null. After calculating the mean, there is no way you can calculate the mean of something that is not a number. So for this one is not also a number, so that's why we have null. So here we can calculate this the value is giving us this after finding the average value, which is the mean. Standard deviation value for that, we have it as this. Minimum value is this 10,030. Maximum value is 96. So it's giving us some information about the data. So if you go further, so what we have to do now is that we want to transform our data type from string to integer type. So we call on library. We have from PySpark .sql .types import integer type. So we have to call on integer type and have struct type string type struct feed. Okay, so we have that. Let's run that. So it's giving us error, so there's a mistake somewhere. Okay, so we can do that, or alternatively we can do this and wrap it up. So now let's go further. So what we need to do next is to convert our data from string type to integer type. That's for the one that has for middle age and children, including young people and adults. So we can do our transformation as df dot column. So what we want to transform, the first one is middle age f middle age so we have to cast as integer type now. Cast integer type. Let's do that. Okay, we're having error because there's a mistake somewhere, so let's correct it. Any mistake in our data, it brings error. So let's see. We still have an error. We have to trace the error, the mistake. Cast integer type. Okay, the f double colon middle age. Okay, this is the error. Let's see. Oh, okay, this is another error. Instead of having, we have G there. Yeah, so we should be fine. So here we can see we have done some transformation there. We have changed our middle age from data type string to integer type. Let's verify it. Data dot print schema to then so there we can see our middle age now that we apply. We've changed it from string to integer type, so it has been changed to integer type. Formerly it was in string, so we have transformed it to integer type. We can also go further and do the rest if we want, one after the other. We can do our transformation. Let me try this just to do some few modifications there. Dot column. Then we can, if you want to do for children, can just replace this just to make it very fast. That's why I'm copying that part, because we are changing the same, we're using the same format to change the same column. So let's do the transformation. Let's see our results. String error. So let's trace our error. Children. So we can trace our errors there. So we can do it for other columns, like, so I'm just making copy and paste equals, I'm going to copy and paste it because we're just applying the same thing to transform children. So I can copy children here. This is not the best approach, but for you, I will advise you to write the code one after the other and type for you to understand. So in this situation, we just copy and paste here. So if we do the transformation, let's check our schema again. Data.print schema. You would have seen that it's been changed. Can you see our children middle age is integer. Let's do it again. Okay, children is being changed to as integer. There is a mix up somewhere. This middle age should also be integer. Okay. The reason is because we should apply data because we are using data here. We change from data frame to a df to data, so we have to apply data here. So it's going to work now. So let's do that. If we do that, then we get our results. Now can we see we have our result middle age integer and we have children as integer. So it's being transformed now. So if we go further, next thing we have to do is, okay, we've printed the schema, we've seen the results that we have, so we can go further and check other, transform other columns as in data type. So if we go further, we can do data equals to data, because we are applying the same thing with columns. So I just want to type it so that you can follow the same process. Columns. So the column that is left to be transformed is young people and adults. So we can apply young people here. Young people. Comma. Data. Can apply our data here because it's been transformed. We can use data young people underscore people. Then we can cast integer type. Integer, so integer type. Let's run that. Okay, let's see how few things to change. So we can run that now. Let's see our answer. So you can go further and do the transformation. I'll copy this one and paste and modify. So we have data equals to this, just change it to adults. This will actually save us time, so we can just change it to adults, and this one to adults. That's it. So when we run that, let's see our results. Now we have, so we can check our schema now. Data.print schema .show. Let's see our results. Okay, that is a problem. So we have to check. Let's check if there is any error. Okay, we have print schema here. Should be print schema. We don't need show. That's the mistake. So print schema. So our schema has been transformed. You can see we now have middle age as integer, we have children as integer, and we have young people as integer. We have adult also as integer. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post a new video.